Okay, we're back with that most ridiculous of games, Tekken 7. I'm really glad that Kite put all of the Tekken games on the subblock because it allowed me to understand why that Smash Brothers trailer for Kazuya was so funny. If you haven't seen that, you totally should. It's great. Starts like dumping people off the sides of the cliff. Last we left off, we were playing as Akuma. Oh my god. I get it. Thank you, game. Thanks.
He's alive?
This guy, that's right.
That's the first thing I thought when I saw Jin Kazama.
I thought we saw this already, so... Wait, I can skip the dialogue but not the cutscene? Oh, because it's still loading. Okay. This is where we were. Hey Kite, how you doing? And we're dead. Take me a minute to get used to it. Excuse you. Ouch. I was doing well. Now I'm not. I'm trying to do a Petsumaki short puke, whatever, the tornado kick. Forgot that they all speak their own language. Is this the true meaning of your power?
Fight.
I like how they kept the kind of janky animation, where it's like kind of rigid. That's kind of cool. I know, right? How they're gonna publish it. Audio balance still okay, by the way. This game also runs a bit quieter. It sounds like he was controlling something from space. People won't accept it if he's an actual devil.
I couldn't take my eyes off
Hey,
the live
journalist guy.
Next to me, Lee and Lars barked orders frantically, desperately trying to
Why is this
verify
guy
whether
here?
the images were a hoax or not. The demon on screen was unlike anything I'd imagined. No, it was something much more horrific. The devil incarnate.
The demon-like creature you see on your screens is apparently Kazuya Mishima, said to be controlling G Corporation from the shadows. World leaders are currently debating whether to believe.
The reports just in that the creature has been subdued by the Mishima Zaibatsu.
I'd long assumed this war was between humans. That my family, my hometown, had been razed to the ground by people.
You clearly want me to take it seriously, right? Like, is he the same journalist voice actor in every version of this game, along with every other language being just subtitled?
Ho esaudito le tue richieste. Ora non posso fare altro.
ああ、世界の覇権はすでにわしの手に落ちた。貴様らはもう不要だ。
Diavolo.
We've yet to confirm
Is
whether
Kazuya Mishima a devil?
real. If it is, however, it would seem Mishima Zaibatsu is on the side of justice.
Public opinion is turning against us. We're running out of options.
問題ない。最後に笑うのは俺だ。何事じゃ。
衛星兵器が地球へ向け落下しています。
That's gonna be a really bad PR look for the Mishima Zaibatsu. What?
Look, there it is. It's really fallen.
どういうことじゃ。
We have to get out of here. Move! Move! The Mishima Zaibatsu satellite has crash landed. Scenes of chaos unfolding.
まさか。カズヤ。
It can't be.
平八。貴様は俺を超えられん。
What? That was a whole chapter. So someone brought bad PR into the Tekken universe.
当主、もはや三島財閥を立て直すことは。
おのれ、カズヤ。あの時からだ。
貴様のせいで母さんは。
Obviously they know it's silly with the whole dumping people off cliffs
全
thing.
てはあの時。
But stuff like the music and like the journalist guy having the little picture, I love you, dad, like they're not leaning hard enough into it being silly, right? Which makes it great. I think I called it naive camp last time.
The Zaibatsu downing their own satellite weapon and destroying an entire town left no doubt in my mind.
Was a big
that
bummer.
This war was not between humans. The atrociousness of the fighting was inconceivable to the average person, and they soon forgot about Kazuya transforming into a devil. Instead, choosing to believe that the Zaibatsu were the antagonists. The concept of good and evil changed every day. What a world we live in.
What a world we live
Probably
in.
the only person on the planet not paying attention to the news. To me, evil was that which had taken everything away from me, and I couldn't rest until I put a stop to it. So I went directly to the Mishima Zaibatsu's headquarters and told them I would expose them for what they are. I knew I was risking my life just to be left.
I hope I get to play as the journalist before the game's over. I hope they're self-aware enough to have released him as a DLC character.
Still, They paid
Give him the
no
most boring moveset imaginable.
Bereft
Or
of
make him
all
like a
hope,
martial arts
I
god for
wandered
no
around
reason.
town aimlessly. But then, a man dressed in black approached me silently and told me that Heihachi had agreed to meet me. A few hours later, I was placed in a car
Absolutely.
and driven in a completely different direction than the Zaibatsu's headquarters. When I arrived at my destination, Heihachi Mishima was there waiting for me.
But then the loading screen took a little bit longer. There we go.
貴様、三島家の真実を報道したいというのであれば、相応の情報は持ち合わせているのであろうな。
I think
At that time,
Capcom.
I had no idea why Heihachi had suddenly agreed to meet with me. His eyes latched onto mine, filling me with unshakable fear.
You really sound terrified. I guess he's
I have delved
recalling
deep
it.
into the history of the Mishimas from Jinpachi Mishima to the family's connection to Kazumi Hachijo. The year you declared the establishment of the Mishima Zaibatsu was the same year your wife Kazumi passed away, and that your son sustained terrible injuries from falling off a cliff. To me, that sounds like one hell of a coincidence now, doesn't it?
He's still like super buff.
おお、なるほど。ただの記者ではなさそうだ。よかろう。これから話すこと、そのすべてを世界に公表する。その約束が果たされるなら、わしがすべてを語ろう。
At that time, I had no idea why he wanted me to reveal everything on his behalf. But I was getting so close to the truth I'd long fought to uncover that I couldn't turn down this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
There's a cut there.
The devil's blood in Kazuya and the blood of Kazumi's family, the Hachijos, remains shrouded in mystery. I listened closely to every word, each step inching closer to the truth.
あやつがわしの父、ジンパチの道場に来たのは、まだ年半もいかぬ少女の頃じゃった。共に汗水流し、武道に明け暮れる中、つまりライバル。武道とは、真に共に己を追い込む孤独な世界。和美は次第に、わしにとって唯一無二の存在となっていった。
Because Heihachi's just a dick, but Heihachi's wife had the devil gene or whatever.
特に和美は和也のことを目に入れても痛くないほど溺愛しておった。すべての歯車が狂ったのは貴様の言う通りその年のこと。稽古中、和美が突然倒れおった。和美は信じられぬほどの高熱を出しており、急ぎ病床に寝かせたのだが、和美。
She tried to kill you?
じゃが翌日、熱が下がった和美は前日の出来事を覚えておらず、いつも通りの和美であった。それはまるで人格を2つ抱えた人間と共におるような感覚じゃった。そんな日が幾日も続いた。そしてある日、よっ、ふん、ほっ、ん、せい。
It was young Heihachi versus Devil Kazumi.
世界を脅かす存在になる。
何の夢を見ている？
故に今死を与えるのだ。
和美、やめ！
I hear some metal music in the background.
まさか。
我ら八丈家は貴様のような人間を消すために太古から存在しておる。 その使命を今果たす
Oh, now she's a devil lady. Okay, cool. Oh, you can't just open with a laser attack. That's rude. What? She has a white tiger? Yeah, right. Does she have all of the gods? Ow. And I'm dead.
You lose. Fight.
Oh wow, that first one was going way better than this one. I guess when she makes distance with me, I probably need to start blocking.
You lose. Fight.
Is she not grabbable or something? This too is face. Oh god! That was a pretty cool attack from her. There we go, I can't grab her. Shit. Ooh, I think she had like some kind of super armor there, maybe? Nice. It's extra health, can she not? Was the intended plot ending of the fight, maybe?
You lose.
No, I was supposed to avoid that somehow.
Fight.
Okay. Can I, like, kill her before she finishes that, or have enough health remaining that I win or something? Fast normal punches. Thought maybe it was like a sidestep thing or a story attack. And I'm dead.
You lose.
Hit her a bunch when we get her down to that, okay?
Fight.
Wow, that would be far in the air, dang. Because I can't grab her while she's falling, huh? She has life regen too? Can she not? Ow. You have to kill her, basically. King has an air grab, okay. I can't accept this fate. And now she's dead.
Kazumi.
Throw her off a cliff. Maybe don't be in demon mode when you go into polite wife mode. Snap. Dang. That's why Heihachi is an asshole? Because his wife turned into a tiger summoning demon lady and he had to kill her?
So that's how you killed your wife?
So that's how you killed your wife.
もともとは死を殺すために三島家に送られた女。ならば、花から殺す運命。
But why did you drop Kazuya off a cliff? He was just an innocent boy.
Was he?
和美の血を受け継ぐなら人間でないと考えた。落とせば死ぬであろう崖に落とし、生きて戻れば人間でないということになる。
It's like
そして奴は
throw her into a river if she
そ
floats.
れでは死ななんだ。今思えば、わしはあの時和也を殺しておくべきじゃった。もうわしに残された道は一つ。すべての真実を語り、
Heihachi?
世
I
に
don't
是
know.
非を問うことだ
I
け。
could hear it. I need to hear him say, "Oh my god!"
貴様はわしを恨んでおるのだろう。
How do you know about that?
バカめ！貴様のことなどとうに調査済みじゃ。バックにラースたちがいることもな。
Let me go! Just let me know one thing! What does this war mean to you?
My god, he's emoting, kind of. A journalist.
When I came to, I was on a wharf with Lars. I had no idea where I was or what he was doing.
Remind me who Lars is again?
Lars said he'd received a message
Other than a
from
League of
the
Legends
Zybot
character?
telling him to come here. He bundled me into his car and
He's
then took
in
me back to
Tekken
Violet's
6,
sister.
which is the only one we
As
skipped,
we
right?
drove back, Heihachi's words ran
Oh,
through my
he's still
mind
dressed like
over
that
and
in a
over.
car.
Why did he let me interview him like that? Why did he leave everything to me? And what was that mournful look in his eyes? Question upon question whirled through my mind, but not a single answer.
Your host guy's not very imaginative.
戦いとは最後にどちらが立っているかそれだけのこと行くとするか
Kazuya's brother and Jin's uncle. Okay. Sure. Well, of course.
Everything went down only a few hours later. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Lee was fervently trying to ascertain Heihachi's whereabouts.
They should have made him a DLC
Eventually,
fighter.
the spy
It would have been
satellite
awesome.
Spotted him and transmitted a picture to us. I stood there in shock. The man I'd spoken to was somewhere unbelievable.
Hell? Of course.
死に場所にここを選ぶとはな
They're gonna run into
わ
Wesker?
しと貴様にとっては
Scorpion
ふさわしい
Wesker?
場所
I thought it was apt. Jesus Christ.
決着をつけるとするか貴様をここで終わらせる
Tekken 8, the journalist should be the main character. He looks better without his business suit. These guys are all too buff to wear suits. They look like when professional wrestlers wear suits. Give him a noogie. Ow, ow. Thank you. Presumably super armor on that move, it looks like. Noogie. Drop you off another cliff. Nice. Ow.
Fight.
Stop that. I remember, wasn't there a boss that did this constantly in an earlier Tekken game? He would just keep distance from you and do that constantly. I feel like I remember that. That's a cool attack.
その程度か というやつならば
I don't know if you were here when I first started playing this, Kite, but thanks for sharing these games. Let me understand what was so funny about the Kazuya Smash Brothers reveal. The cutscenes, I know, was kind of impressive to see how they adapted him. And I think like one campaign for each game has been correct. Stop your laser shit, dude. I like that time slow in that attack, that's cool. Don't do that! Don't you dare heal. Noogie noogie. Stop it. Ow. I saw him about to do his laser, it looked like. Maybe he canceled out of it. Is this based on my actual remaining health? I can't tell. He's fine. Dust will settle. Okay, it was scripted.
Nani?
Impossible. I underestimate the power of just a guy.
Fight.
Oh, I've got like, that's kind of cool to fit my health in like that. I like it. He's like a barbarian. Probably still gonna lose here. I assume that I have my normal health bar, but they've just compressed it. It's cute. Whatever you're doing, stop it. That was bad. I shouldn't have let him do that. Is this his rage meter or whatever?
You lose. Fight.
Nope, that was a miss. It's a good try. I see. Yeah, you still have the announcer. He's in there. Obviously, he's in the volcano with us, right? Heihachi couldn't allow that to not go as expected. I'm struggling with sidestepping sometime. Is it like a double tap? Or is it just holding it? I'm trying to sidestep whenever I'm far from him. Full tap. I don't know why it's giving me trouble. hold on the second tap to walk.
Fight.
Oh, I see, to like strafe around him. Okay. Can you not do that twice, dude? Yeah, that would probably help. Thanks. Noogie. Probably gonna take me a minute here. Slowdown is pretty cool. Does that ever happen in real fights or just in the story mode? I thought I interrupted that one time earlier, maybe not.
You lose.
It's cool.
Fight.
Kick him in the head. Yeah, keep doing that. Does his rage last forever once he activates it, or does it end eventually? Ow. Uses that to put it away, I guess.
You lose.
I'm wondering if I can like try to make him run out of it eventually once he activates it.
Fight.
I'm doing okay with getting there most of the time, but once he activates it, I'm in trouble. Ow. This is really effective. So is the slowdown like coded to appear when there's two moves happening at the same time and showing you which one of them has priority, basically? The blocker sidestep the super move, okay. But he's not guaranteed to use it at any point? We could just try holding block. But I still have to aim it, right?
Fight.
Dick. I see. How do I use mine? Thought he deactivated it there, I guess not. Shit. Thought I was dodging that, I guess not. Oh, did he just get to activate it again, basically? Seemed like he did. Can I not grab him when he's in this mood either? I was lucky. That was nice of them to not make me do his full health bar. I don't think I would have survived. That was a very calculated, completely unintentional run there. That looks pretty good. You can solve this with punching. It's the Iron Fist tournament. And what do we do now? Punch you again! Punch him in his chest X? Don't mess with an angry guy with cool hair. Oh, it's still the old graphics. That's great. Very Metal Gear. You get intercut scenes like this with dying from sitting in a chair in Disco Elysium. I guess that punch was... It worked because he remembered being a kid. The other punches didn't work because there wasn't a memory cutscene. Do you finally do it after all this time? Just open his eyes and laugh and punch him back. His eyes are already closed, so he can't lean down and do the eye closing thing. They already did that and then went back on it with Kazumi. I love the dramatic piano music.
戦いとは最後にどちらが立っているかそれだけだ
They've made a whole game, a whole franchise out of dropping people off cliffs.
Truth be told, I'm lucky to still be alive.
Wonder how long of an indie game you could make out of that.
Reality of everything I've seen.
There was no creepy smile.
Truth of it all. Our world was dragged into a war between humans and devils. I'm just one person, but it is my job as a reporter to get the truth out, which is exactly why I'm writing this piece now.
Wow, that sounds like you're trying to hit a word count target there, buddy.
The fighting will end.
Devil is defined in Merriam-Webster's dictionary as
The world will be at peace.
I thought they keep trying to like fade out his face, like they're doing something with that, but they're not. Wow. That was a video game. Thanks very much, Kite. Yeah, I didn't hate Tekken 7. Like, obviously the story was hilarious, and I had a lot of fun with it. It was so over the top and ridiculous. I definitely prefer this method of doing a fighting game campaign as opposed to, like, picking a character and having each of them have different endings. So I'm happy to hear it sounds like the fighting game genre has gone in the direction of doing this instead. It felt good. I liked the bad at fighting games button where you can hold left bumper and it just like has some combos for you. I imagine those are slightly weaker than putting them in manually, so it wouldn't be better to do that if you were a veteran player. The journalist is Ethan Winters. Oh, it's Akuma versus Devil. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I appreciated those are there because, especially as a new player to fighting games, like, the move lists are so inscrutable that I usually just button mash, you know? Even just, like, stopping to play to go and look up what the moves are supposed to be and then, like, trying to get good at inputting them. Something that I might do if I was spending, you know, dozens of hours with one of these games, but... I'm curious what the onboarding is like for modern fighting games, right? Because, like, I feel like that's a big problem is you have this... You want new blood in your games, because you want your fighting game communities to stick around, but I think that these games, that like barrier to entry gets higher and higher and higher over time, right? So what does your tutorial look like? How does your story mode incentivize you to understand the moves? I think giving you a Babby's first combo button like this game does is smart because it tells you, hey, here's a thing you can do. Maybe you want to learn how to actually do that, or do it with other buttons. Tekken added a mode that lets you frames. Okay, well that's cool. Yeah, because that shit's... Like, the community has been taking that seriously for a long time, like iframes and distance between characters and length of the animations and hitboxes. But in the distant past, that stuff was never, like, actually made visible in the game itself. Yeah. So it's cool that they're putting those tools in there. I've seen some hacks for that for older fighting games. Like, I've seen... I guess there's a hack for Smash Brothers Melee that, like, highlights everybody's hitboxes and hurtboxes and the little, like, grab box on either side of you. I love you, Dad. What the fuck? I think if you completely cut the journalist character, nothing of value would be lost, other than the comedy of this guy that is giving this terrible performance. Like, obviously that's a big part of the value of the game, but if they were actually trying to put this out as a serious product, I don't think the journalist added anything. Well, I was just going to wrap there and give you your 11 minutes for your next sub-block. Is that what you prefer, Kite? I can watch the cutscenes too. Capcom SNK. Square Enix, really? So like a DLC fighter or something? Pro Neo Fur plugin. Is that for King, I guess? Okay. Yeah, I think basically targeted all the good cutscenes and picking which characters to play in the previous ones. Alright, I'll give the secret boss 1 attempt. Oh, these are just long credits. It's time for you to meet your end. Oh yeah, that town that got partially destroyed by the satellite?
やはり G 社は戦争を止める気はないようだ。
はい、各地で侵攻を開始しています。このままでは。
これが平八なき後の世界だ。
This is what the world is like without Heihachi.
そもそも世界にこの戦乱を引き起こしたのが貴様であるならば、これを収めるのもまた貴様の宿命。あとはお前しかいないんだ。
What's the plan? Is it to do another PR campaign?
デビルの力を持つ者としてカズヤは俺が殺す。
I have to kill Kazuya. For at least one game. He'll be back. Children begin by loving their parents. After a time, they judge them rarely if they ever forgive them. There's an Oscar Wilde quote at the end of the credits. Oh my god, that makes the rest of the game so much better. What the fuck? You keep thinking like they know how stupid this is. I think they do. I think it's a mixture of both. They know how stupid it is and they don't care, and they're still going to present it as though it's this like serious, sincere story. But it doesn't have that feeling of like an intentionally ironic, you know, Western game, right?
やはり生きていたか。まだ終わらぬ。うぬの命果てるまで。
I thought the music was about to play that Bon Jovi song. It was written by Max Martin. It's my life. So is this canon? Or is this just for fun? Oh, I get to play as Demon Kazuya. That's cool. Ow, dick. But does he just have like permanent super armor or something? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to beat him. We got one more try and then we'll call it.
You lose.
Fight. Oh, the white aura removed? Okay. So you get regenerating health too, it looks like? Yeah. I assume I don't, says Demon Kazuya. You said there's some kind of super move I have to do when I deplete his health? Is it like a complicated input? Oh god, I was doing actually pretty well at the beginning there. Cool. This has been fun. Thanks again, Kite. What a game. What a thing Tekken is. I guess let me know if any other Tekken stuff comes out in the future. If you have any other fighting games you wanted to see on stream, I'd be happy to check them out.